Dinan. This small, enchanting French town on the banks of the Rance is one of the most beautiful and well-preserved medieval towns in Brittany. Dinan's atmospheric harbour is testament to its centuries-old, fine historic buildings. Prior to the construction of a large viaduct in 1852, this old 15th century bridge provided important access to the town. Dinan first attained prosperity shortly after it was founded. In the 11th century, the town's importance also helped its local landowners to prosper. Today, cobbled lanes and several half-timbered buildings highlight the town's colourful history. In 1066, many of Dinan's inhabitants took part in the Norman Conquest, and the 100 Years' War also left its traces here. However, despite its battles and sieges, the picturesque old town has survived to the present day and has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in Brittany. The town's defences were constructed in the 14th century. A circular wall, 2.5 kilometres long, protected the inhabitants of Dinan from hostile attack. Indeed, whenever hostilities threatened Brittany, the town's population succeeded in protecting their much-loved town. Due to its well-planned defences, Dinan remained untouched, and even today, a stroll through the old town is like a step into the Middle Ages. The Basilica Saint-Sauveur is the town's main architectural treasure. This Romanic church boasts a variety of building styles. To fulfill a vow, in 1120, a knight had the impressive church built following his return from the Crusades. The Baroque bell tower was completed sometime later in 1666. But the basilica's splendid Romanic portal has remained almost unchanged to the present day. Although numerous artistic and symbolic elements of the original building were retained, in the 15th and 16th centuries, extensive sections of the church were transformed in true Gothic style. The bright interior of the Saint-Sauveur Basilica and its wonderful paintings have lost nothing of their original splendour. Over the centuries, many architectural and artistic epochs were integrated within this magnificent building. And Dinan holds a further surprise. In the northern section of the middle nave lies the heart of a Breton hero of old. A 60-metre-high clock and bell tower, the Tour de l'Horloge, that dates back to the 15th century, is one of the town's most impressive landmarks. This monumental equestrian statue features Dinan's most famous son, Bertrand du Guesclin. During a legendary duel in 1359, du Guesclin killed an English knight, Canterbury, and thus brought about the conclusion of a siege of the town. A Franciscan monastery, the Convent des Cordeliers, was built in the 13th century. However, the building of today was created 200 years later. The majority of Dinan's old half-timbered houses that are adorned with floral decorations date back to the 15th and 16th centuries. Since 1983, the perfectly restored walls of this old town have provided the setting for one of the most famous medieval festivals in France. The 14th century Dinan castle has been the subject of much restoration work. The building is located along the periphery of the town and formed part of its defences. The Tour de Quetquin and also the donjon are now a museum that contains many fascinating objects of the town's history. The collection features prehistoric and archaeological exhibits, as well as local traditional arts and crafts. However, a museum in a captivating town such as this is almost superfluous, because Dinan has retained its fascinating buildings and their pointed roofs, along with all of its medieval atmosphere right up to the present day.